All right, check this out. Elon Musk and his DOGE douchebag buddies just did an interview on Fox News, and I want to precisely debunk all of the BS that they peddled and show you that Elon Musk is a loser. And you know, it's weird. There are two separate things you have to square in your head at the same time. On one hand, Elon Musk holds a lot of wealth, power, and attention. He owns Twitter, or X. He has a lot of wealth through his companies, and right now he is working as a government advisor. But at the same time, the dude's just a loser. For all of the success he's had, which I would call it success, he's just a loser who keeps getting owned on his own platform and even can't handle pushback from Bret Baier on a friendly news station. So here are the Doge dudes. None of them are quite interesting. In fact, most of them don't even say anything during the interview. But let's go check out how Elon Musk starts it off, because Bret Baier asks him about Musk calling Senator Kelly a traitor, and even Bret Baier seems kind of grossed out by it. All that I ask is that you scroll down and drop a like. Drop a like for me dressing up a little bit.
You give it out, in other words. Democratic Arizona Senator Mark Kelly posted on X about his trip to Ukraine to push for continuing to send U.S. weapons and support there, and you posted that he was a traitor. Well, why do that?
Well, I think somebody should care about the interests of the United States above the interests of another country. And sure. If they don't, they're a traitor.
Yeah, but he's a decorated veteran, a former astronaut, a sitting U.S. senator.
It doesn't mean it's okay for him to put the interests of another country above America.
I find this reprehensible. The entire framing here is wrong. Mark Kelly spends 99.9% of his time in the U.S. He took one trip over to Ukraine in the same way that Elon Musk took an Israel trip just a year ago after anti-Semitism got very, very rampant on his platform. But the idea that Mark Kelly is putting Ukraine above the U.S. is just wild.
Obviously, there are some Republicans who think supporting Ukraine is the right thing still, but there is a battle back and forth about how do you think it comes to an end?
Well, I think there will be a negotiated peace.
Okay, so he has no real answer. Wait, let's see if he has an actual answer.
The thing that we should be concerned about is we should have empathy for the thousands of people that are dying every day in trenches.
Elon Musk keeps saying people are dying, and that's true, but it's an infantile view of how war works. People are dying because Russia invaded on their own. They launched this war, and Ukraine is the one trying to protect themselves. But Elon, throughout this interview, throughout this clip, implies that Ukrainian security is not at all linked to U.S. security. And I said I would do a precise debunking of this. So before we move on to this next clip, and before I show you Elon getting owned on his own app, let me just say, Ukraine's interests are aligned with the U.S.'s interests in 100 different ways. And the fact that Elon Musk doesn't know this or understand this shows he lacks the fundamental knowledge of foreign policy to operate within the government. It's actually kind of scary. I mean, first of all, we're not sending them money. He always lies about that. We're sending them military equipment that would expire anyways. And then instead of spending all this money to throw it out and dispose of it, we send it over there. And then our allies get to hold back, push back Russian aggression at a time when autocracy is kind of winning over democracy. So we get to push our democratic ideals. It helps our manufacturing economy. Ukrainians hold the line. They are the breadbasket of the world. Also, we get to weaken Russia without putting any U.S. boots on the ground. I could sit here for 20 minutes and list off all the reasons it's beneficial. And apparently this super genius Elon Musk doesn't know. I mean, let's continue watching.
What's something that people wouldn't know about the president? You're pretty close to him now. You spend a lot of time with him. What's something that people wouldn't know?
I think the president is a good man. I think he is an honest man, and I've yet to see him do anything mean or anything that is wrong, that I would say morally wrong. Not even once.
Morally wrong. What about lying to the American people about a stolen election before the election even happened, doubling down after, calling elected officials and trying to pressure them? When that doesn't work, you triple down and you try to use fake electors, and then you do January 6th. I mean, everything Trump does is dishonest. They're running like a North Korea style propaganda campaign here. Like, they have Trump walking around with a little kid, X, Elon's son, to make it seem cute. And then they say Trump has never heard a fly in his life. And then X is like sleeping in the Oval Office to make it seem like it's this cute little scene while young college students are getting pushed to the ground and deported en masse. I don't know. It's a grim vision. But what's not grim is how much Elon Musk gets owned on his own app. And check this out. Some of you won't care about this, but Elon Musk keeps getting dunked on the app that he owns. He said a few days ago, Hassan is a fraud, talking about Hassan Piker and video games. He said sellout would be more accurate to talk about Hassan. Objectively, he's promoting a terrible game just for the money. And Assassin's Creed, the game that they're talking about, responded and blasted Elon Musk. Now, for the people watching, if you don't know, Elon Musk has been caught faking his profiles on video games multiple times. He'll be playing video games, like one called Path of Exile, and he claims he's the top player in the world, and people found out he bought that account. He's a liar. He's got these weird insecurities that he takes out in the oddest ways. It actually shows you a lot of psychology, a lot of insight. But Assassin's Creed roasted him and said, is that what the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you? Basically making a joke saying Elon is a liar. And this got 623,000 likes on the app that Elon Musk owns. Look at the bottom of the screen. I know this seems insignificant and dumb, but that's a huge own. You know that Elon is insecure. I mean, look at this. It reminds me of when Senator Tina Smith said, this is the ultimate dick boss move from Elon, except he isn't even the boss. He's just a dick, because Elon said that federal employees had to send an email. And Elon Musk said, what did you get done last week? So Senator Tina Smith ratioed the hell out of him and said, I hate to break it to you, but you aren't my boss. I answer to the people of Minnesota. But since you bring it up, I spent last week fighting to stop tax breaks for billionaires like you, paid for by defunding healthcare for moms and babies. And she got more likes than Elon Musk did. It also kind of reminds me of Tim Pool. You guys know the Beanie Dude, Tim Pool? He tweeted about the show Severance. Now, if you watch the Apple show Severance, I want you to comment and say, I watched the show, I liked the show. But please don't leave spoilers, because I have yet to see the final episode. Tim Pool said, I wonder why so many people started posting about how good Severance is. It's not. He's basically saying it's not. And then Ben Stiller, the director, replied with the nerd emoji, just a nerd glass emoji, and ratioed the hell out of him. 15,000 likes. Got 5 times as many likes as Tim Pool got. And then Tim Pool said, Tropic Thunder is one of the greatest films ever made. Thank you, sir. He immediately sucks up. Just absolutely pathetic. Let's go back to the DOGE douchebags and Elon Musk.
Usually when they attack DOGE, they never attack any of the specifics. So they'll say what we're doing is somehow unconstitutional or illegal or whatever. We're like, well, which line of the cost savings do you disagree with? And they can't point to any. And we list them all on doge.gov and the DOGE handle on X.
Okay, so Elon just said they claim it's unconstitutional, but they're never specific about the lines or whatever. I can point to everything. In Article 1 of the Constitution, just to start off, it says that Congress has the power of the purse. Congress is able to appropriate and allocate funds. The executive branch is not. So Elon Musk doing this outside the purview of Congress is illegal and not good. When it comes to going line by line, the problem is that Elon Musk is selectively releasing data that oftentimes seems to be distorted. If you want me to point to specific lines, what about the time they said they saved $8 billion, but it turns out they saved $8 million? Or when they misclassified $12 billion contracts, even though they already had ended like a year ago. So these contracts had already been fully paid out. And then they'll brush that to the side, completely act like they didn't mess up. Even if they make a mistake or get a massive number wrong, they never actually deduct that number from the total count of cost savings. So they have all of these mistakes adding up, 8 billion here, 8 billion here, but it's not actually $8 billion. And then again, they selectively release data through Elon Musk's Twitter, And it's like, I'm supposed to trust Elon Musk's 200 ketamine-fueled tweets a day. I'm sorry I can't go line by line when most of your tweets are just batshit crazy. But let's go back to this clip of all of the Doge bags.
President Trump, and with the outstanding cabinet that he selected. It would be impossible without the support of the president and the cabinet.
I mean, the cabinet that seems to be falling apart. Today, Elise Stefanik, Trump had to withdraw her nomination. So I'll leave it at that. Drop a like, subscribe. I love all of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.